With us now is the world famous Nicole Miller, and I'm so excited to be with you here in the Hamptons. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Great to be here.
So you're celebrating 40 years. Tell us about the journey. I know that you went to RISD and then you graduated from RISD, but tell us about your brand.
Well, it all kind of started by accident because everybody goes, well, how did you start your brand? And I was working for another company that was a division of another company that was having financial problems. So we had this opportunity to leave. So we left and got $100,000 together. I had $15,000. So the man who was my boss at that company and I opened up this business like the next day, and we took all the employees from the previous company. So it was kind of like nobody missed a paycheck, and we started on such small amount of money. We really had to make money immediately. So the first year I came up with this mock tip dress, which we ended up selling a gazillion of, and it was the hottest dress in the United States, and everybody copied it.
How did you first have a love for fabrics and textiles? Did you collect them when you were a kid and then just decide that you liked the way things felt?
Well, that's a funny story because my mother used to take me to B. Altman's, to Charleston Gardens, and I just remember how, all those women had those kind of blue and white polka dot dresses, and I was always grabbing the woman's dress and playing with it. And my mother was saying, you can't touch your dress, but I was always touching fabric from the get-go. And my mother was from Paris, and she was, quite the fashion plate. So I was always, very into fashion from the get-go.
I also read that your father was from the military, and then is it true that, I just read this, I don't know if it's true, but you didn't have a Barbie growing up, but then you ended up having the Barbie?
So my father was an engineer for General Electric. He worked for General Electric. So, but he did fight in World War II. So, and at the end of World War II, he did meet my mother in France. But and so he met her at the when he was going back to the States, and he actually flew back to France, or probably took the boat, I don't know, back in those days. And he went back to France for 3 months to court her, and so then they got married.
And your engineering brain then helped you, deal with structure.
I have to say I have very much a lot of my father's brain because he was very number oriented, and my best subjects were always things like physics and chemistry and geometry and trigonometry, and everybody's like, how can you do that? And it was always easy for me. But I always felt like that really helped me with pattern making because I'm very technical, and whenever there was a problem I could always figure things out.
I appreciate you too, because as a female, we all have different sizes, and I know that you design with that in mind, with someone's silhouette in mind. And I want to tell you, I always, whenever I wear any of your fashions, I feel beautiful, so I want to thank you for that. Because
That's
sometimes,
nice to hear.
no, it's true, because when something fits so well and you know that you can have confidence, it makes all the difference in my day. So,
well, I always say, when you put something on in the dressing room, it has to give you that lift. You have to get excited. You have to feel comfortable, confident, and powerful, and beautiful.
whenever I see your name and your signature, even on the things that I have in my home, it just makes me feel like, oh, it's Nicole Miller. Of course it's good quality. So thank you for that. And I know a lot of people want to talk to you tonight, but before I go, let's talk about Rosé, because we're here celebrating fashion in the Hamptons. Tell us about your beautiful brand.
Well, like I said, I have the French background, and since I have the French background, I have many French friends, and we're all always speaking kind of Franglish together, half French and half English. And one of my French friends, who's very involved in the wine business, said, "Oh, Nicole, you should have a rosé." And I said, "Works for me." So, after a couple of years of planning, finally it came out, and this is about the fourth year we've had our rosé, and it's been fun, and it's from Bordeaux, and everybody loves it. It's not sweet, it's very dry, but it's full-bodied, and you should try it.
I'm going to take this as a parting gift. I'm Donna Drake signing off, and we're having fun with Nicole Miller. Thank you so much, and be well.